minute! Who are you?
Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today, I want to talk about Imbibitor Lunae because for one, he will be paired up with Black Swan in the beginning of version 2.0. And I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure the developers kinda screwed Imbibitor Lunae over. And what do I mean by that? Well, for one, Imbibitor Lunae, when he came out, was considered to be one of the best DPS in the game, and he still is. He's probably like top 3 or at least top 5. Because as a DPS, he generally really strong because for one, if you can manage to give him 3 skill points, he basically have 100% uptime on a DPS, and not exactly small DPS. At high relic investment, Imbibitor Lunae legit got disgusting amounts of damage. And generally, if you have him from his very first banner, legit he still feels really good to play. And he still holds up, especially in MOC, because even though this MOC was meant for Doctor Ratio, Imbibitor Lunae still rinses this MOC. So if I think Imbibitor Lunae is still a very strong DPS, why would I say that the developer kind of screwed Imbibitor Lunae over? Well, let's just say the Imbibitor Lunae just got ratioed. So let's talk about this, shall we? But don't get me wrong, I do stand by this. I do think Imbibitor Lunae is still really strong and still a very competent DPS. The problem is, I'm pretty sure the Imbibitor Lunae banner is gonna tank hard. Not the Black Swan banner. I think you're gonna do pretty well because Black Swan, you have a Sims, of course. Like, I think everyone knows where I'm going with this, but basically, when we got the free Doctor Ratio, Doctor Ratio isn't exactly a weak unit. He is an extremely strong hunt unit. And basically, even though technically Imbibitor Lunae is still like the better DPS, especially in MOC because of how the structure is favored, like in tier list for MOC, they are around the same in rankings, which was honestly kind of shocking for me. And this is how the Imbibitor Lunae banner gonna tank, because since Doctor Ratio was a free limited 5-star we were given for free, for all the players that has Doctor Ratio now, they don't have a need for another imaginary DPS. And honestly, because for one, we already know the Doctor Ratio banner kinda tanking, and now we can say for sure that for all the millions of people that had Doctor Ratio, don't have a need for Imbibitor Lunae. Like, the only reason you would use Imbibitor Lunae over Doctor Ratio is one, if you got the Imbibitor himself on his very first banner. And honestly, I was very surprised that they brought the Imbibitor this early, because for one, you would think since they give away a free imaginary DPS, you would think they'll kind of wait on the Imbibitor Lunae like a few months after completely new players that don't have a free Doctor Ratio and need a new imaginary DPS can just go get themselves an Imbibitor Lunae on its rerun. So it was kind of surprising to me that they brought the Imbibitor back this soon. Like, W's for the developer, because for one, they are probably losing millions of dollars from giving out a free ratio. Like, it shows that they know how to run a game and don't care if they lose money, because for one, happy players mean more revenue for them, because for one, that might make we want to spend some money for characters in the future, or just like to support the game because we know like going to a good cause. So big ups to them. But anyways, I still don't think Imbibitor is bad. I just think for circumstances, he just kind of getting screwed over. Like, he catching a stray that he wasn't even looking for. But honestly, I would say this: if you're a brand new player that didn't play the patch where you got free ratio and you're looking for a DPS and you don't want Black Swan, that's a legitimate reason to go for the Imbibitor Lunae, because for one, imaginary is still a very rare element and it's still a venturing con, but at the same time, if you need a DPS, Imbibitor Lunae is still a very comparable DPS. Like, he's still very strong. He scaled really good in the late game. And if you have like god tier relics on your Imbibitor Lunae, legit, he feels so insanely powerful when you can get those 3 skill points off. It feels so satisfying. But to be fair, every single character that you give god tier relics will be broken. So what's the difference, right? And yeah, that's about it, because with all that said, I think that everything I want to talk about for today's video. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate you for sure, and let me know what I should do next, and let me know what you guys think what I say. You agree with me or you disagree? Let me know down below, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna kill you. Meh. I probably might kill you, but at the same time, still comment anyways, because I love that stuff. But anyways, final thoughts is, Damn, my boy Imbibitor Lunae got L plus ratioed by Dr. Ratio himself. Like, damn. But if you have him, obviously he still performed very well, and you don't even need to build up your free Dr. Ratio if you already had up a built Imbibitor Lunae. But unless you need a DPS, I'll still recommend you skip Imbibitor Lunae for like the upcoming heat cracks that are coming up, like Aventurine, Acheron. But if you want to go for the Imbibitor Lunae and you don't have a free Doctor Ratio, if you're lacking a DPS or he your husbando and you love him to death, go for him. Just do whatever the hell you want. I don't really care. And yeah, that's about it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I post daily videos every single day, and follow me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. And with all that said, take care, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.